punt.
Best offensive player and their best defensive player.
Today's guest was born and grew up in Paris, played rugby growing up before making the move across the pond to attend Santa Monica College. Then on to Ole Miss before transferring for his senior season in Toledo. His journey is unique, but it is what made him who he is. As he looks to be yet another international NFL player in this year's draft process, welcome Lucas LaRoche.
Yo,
Welcome,
what's
Lucas.
good, dog? Good to see you. Good to see you,
Mate,
bro.
thank you so much for joining us, mate. We're pretty excited for our chat today. So you're
Yeah.
based in Atlanta at the moment, mate. What's the weather like there?
Man, it's actually it's not too cold. It's not too cold right now. Weather okay. There's not too much wind, but yeah, it's pretty okay. It's not. It is some days warm, some days little colder, a little like cold and stuff like that. But definitely like better weather than when I was when I was at Toledo. You know, it was pretty cold at Toledo. You know.
I was going to say, for any like Aussie listeners, Toledo, they're up in, is it Ohio? It's based off in Ohio?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, it's like a few hours away from Canada, so it's pretty like start getting a little cold, you know.
Yeah, you're
Yo.
looking at some seriously cold nights up there, mate. Far out. And what's sort of the day-to-day now that the season sort of wrapped up with Toledo? What does like your day-to-day look like?
So day to day, so I just came back from the Dream Bowl. I was in Dallas, Texas. Was pretty sick. I had a great time over there. And after usually like right now I'm on like my pro day prep. So I have like 4 coach. I rotate every day with them. I have mostly like 1 to 2 practice a day, and around like 1 to 2 days off. It depends depends how I feel. But day to day, just to give you just today. So I wake up. I just like did like the boots, normal tech boots. Then I got like my protein shake directly like from here from the crib. Went to my running back practice, pretty solid practice, and then like minutes later I got my lifts. It was like upper lower body combo, like a strength training, pretty good. And after that I got a smoothie from Smoothie King. Then it was around like 3. I got my lunch, cooked some steak, and after that I just like clean a little bit in my crib. I got a little bit of sauna and hyperbaric chamber, and then I cook again, a little like snack, just a little bit of steak, and then I got the interview with you, and I'm gonna cook another meal just after, and then I'm just gonna go to sleep to get ready for tomorrow.
I don't know how you do that, mate. There's only 24 hours in a day.
Yeah. I mean, right now, man. Like I finished the season. I'm all like all day like prep stuff like that, and I also like during the day I also add some like every day I got like an hour of like watching tape and analysis, sometimes a little more. But yeah, most of the time I'm very locked in on my day on like pro day prep, and yeah, focus on like I got some discussion with my agent about like some stuff going on like right now, like what we need to work on and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty much straightforward right now.
Mate, absolute testament to where you are. When you sort of speak about your day and just how locked in you are with everything, it just makes sense that you're a potential NFL prospect.
Yeah, I got a strong routine. I'm very like easy mind, like very elite routine. I do the same thing every day. Like when I was at Toledo, Ole Miss, I had the same routine every day.
Yeah, just lock in on that consistency. That's sick, mate.
Yep.
Well, we're going to jump into your journey. So
Yeah.
growing up in France, mate, it's a little bit of a different background. As same for a lot of Aussie punters, like growing up we don't sort of have that high school system where you're learning football from a very young age.
Yes.
You sort of mentioned this before I'm off air that you were a big rugby man growing up and you're obviously quite talented at rugby.
Yeah.
What was your childhood like, and did sports play like a big role for you growing up?
Yeah. So childhood was like very smooth. Like my parents like gave me like a legendary education, bro. Like always like acts on, like very like focus on respect and positive. Like be positive on every situation, working very hard. And yeah, I was living like outside Paris with my family, and around like 6 years old, we moved like inside Paris because it was more easy for my parents to just to travel to work, you know, like just to work because they were both working inside Paris, so it was just more easy for them. Yeah, so like sport is very important for me, very crucial, especially because you know I started rugby like at 6 years old. I really like started and directly I felt like because my dad he put me into rugby because he was playing rugby as well, and I definitely like directly like love the sport. Um, my mom she was like a track and karate athlete in her childhood, and then my dad and my brothers they all play rugby at the highest level, like in young teams. So I was, you know, I don't know if you know, but like my brother he was a Racing 92. I'm not sure if you knew if you know the team.
No.
And my dad was a Bayonne, Aviron Bayonnais, which is like in south of France, which both of them like in top 14 right now. Um, and me after that, later on in my life, I was at US Carcassonne 15, which is like in I think right now is in D2 Pro, but I was in young teams, in D1 in young teams. Yeah, so it was just like all like sport and great vibes. Yeah.
That's sick, mate. And what was like that moment where you decide to pursue going over to the States and playing American football?
So like I feel like the idea of like unknown, discover like a new part of the world. I knew like rugby was pretty mid in the US. You know, it was pretty mid. With all my respect and with rugby league in the US, but the pro rugby league and stuff like that. But it was pretty mid, and I was not sure if I really want to play rugby in the US. So I feel like trying out with football, especially when I tried out on foot at playing football, I really love it, and I just love it like from the bottom of my heart. Since you know I really love this sport now.
Sick, mate. And what was like, the learning curve like from like some of the like the Aussie punters we've talked? Adam and Maya's mind was just blown on how much technical stuff sort of goes into just punting. So I couldn't imagine like a position like running back. You know, we see on TV when watching the NFL and like you learn little things about like different plays, different routes, different sort of moves. But what were like some of the big adjustments for you going from rugby to learning gridiron?
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely like the scheme, like all the scheme is like different. Like it's a different sport, different rules. Um, the ball is moving forward, where like in the rugby, is like the ball moving backwards, and everything about like the position is different. Like in rugby, like it's only like one group of guys that play against another group. In like 15 against 15, like in football, you have like offense, defense, 11 guys, stuff like that. But it's like each position like is very like, what can I explain? Like it's very like way more like specialize on each position. When in rugby, it's more like a whole, and you specialize a little bit on a position. But football is very like way more like I would not say more elite, but is way more like structure into each position. So it make like each position like more I would say like each position like more like elite because it so much more like language between each position. Whereas like in rugby, there is a very like basic language for everyone, and then a little bit of language on each position. But I would say like I would say football like
Technical, sort of.
yeah, it's more technical. Yeah, way more technical. Yeah.
Yeah, so you've gone from rugby to being a running back. Like, what would you say has helped you in your journey to become a running back from your rugby background? Was there any skills, the way you see the game when you're coming out of the backfield? How did your rugby, I guess, shape yourself as a running back?
Yeah, so I would say like it's a good question. I would say like so first like being like a G1 like young team in rugby, I really translate a lot in terms of like physicality. You know, we don't wear any pads. I feel like tackling was very good stuff, like very like great technique I had coming from rugby. And yeah, like speed, you know, I was like kind of a fast guy, and especially I had like a very like good vision. Like you know, I was a scrum half, so I had a very like elite vision on where the ball needs to go, where I need to pass the ball, in which side and stuff like that. So it really helped me like like transition, like into the transition, like to football. Yeah, really helped me a lot.
Perfect. And then you made the move to Ole Miss. What was like the opportunity of getting to play at such a top SEC program like Ole Miss? And I guess how did that competitive environment sort of shape your game?
I would say like yeah, Ole Miss was like a crazy, was a crazy journey. Like it was like for a guy like coming from different country, working his ass off is a like I mean I really like when I came to the US, I really had like no I would say like no bad, like sometimes like when you're trained with coaches they give you like some bad
No bad
technique,
habits, sort of, yeah.
yeah, some bad habits. I really came directly working with the best. I really like pick the best coach, private coach I could find, working with the best trainer in this industry, and um, it really made me directly like into like a elite habit because all those guys train NFL guys and D1 athlete like almost every day, every week. So it really put me directly in a position of okay, I learned the right technique. I don't have any like bad habits need to fix before to start working on like the right stuff. So this definitely helped me. And also being I mean me, I really got no help at all in terms of nobody like gave me stuff. Like I earned everything like from sweat and hard work. Like, I work with those private coach. I work my ass off when I was in Santa Monica, and I had like this opportunity to go to summer camp and prove myself. From summer camp, usually you just go and you learn a little bit from each team. But me, I came to those camp to like, okay, I need a walk-on offer. I need a scholarship from the school. I actually went to many camp in few days. Period. I think I came like directly from North. I was like at start, I think at Tennessee. Then I did Kentucky. Then I did Ole Miss. Then I did Texas NHM. Then I did Arizona. No, then I did Colorado State, and then I did Arizona. And I did that like all of this camp were like in 2-3 days window. So I had to drive 5 to 10 hours like after I finished the camp to go to the next camp. So it really like put me in a position that yeah, I gotta earn my stuff. Like it's gonna be earned by like being elite and just step on the field and cook. Like there's nothing I had because I had no tape because I didn't do my first season yet with Santa Monica because COVID happened when I arrived. So the season was canceled. So I had none but myself to prove, like to just achieve what I dream of. And I would say for Ole Miss, I would say yeah, it's a very strong. Ole Miss are like they have a very we have like Ole Miss, they have like a very strong culture, and I feel like Coach Kiffin like brought this culture and my position coach, Coach Smith, Coach Davis, they really shaped me as a like elite player, like in all aspects of the game. Like first being crazy shape, I was already like very in good position with that, but like mostly like in skills, tempo, vision, patience, patient in the box as a running back, patient in pass pro. Always my running back coach, Coach Smith, always say, um, quiet feet, loud eyes. So it means you quiet on your feet on pass pro, but your eyes like loud, like you check everywhere and you don't move just to move. You move on purpose. And I would say also like physicality in my Ole Miss, even when it's like shell practice, you still have a lot of physicality on each practice and always like protect the ball, be physical and stuff like that. So it really like shaped me like into like a player, into like the player I am today.
I just want to go back a little bit on what you were just saying there. And it's a real credit to you. I mean, as you said, you've come over with no tape, not played the game before, and to just go, I'm going to work my ass off. I'm not going to say no as an answer, and I'm going to get a scholarship from a Division 1 school who have seen something in you to give you that opportunity. It's a credit to you, mate. And your hard work is clearly shown by getting these opportunities starting from nothing. So that's a good stuff. So then you made the transfer to Toledo for your senior season. How's that helped you as a player? I guess there was a little bit of adversity there, but how has that sort of shaped you as a player?
Yeah, so firstly, like, just to come back a little bit, with all those elite guys, like I was with like Trey Harris, Quinshawn, Ulysse Bentley, Chris Paul, like all of those guys really also helped me to be elite. I just wanted to transfer, like to just to give myself like a better chance, like to be a starter in FBS school. I felt like I almost I was in great position to play. We had like a lot of like great running backs. I just felt it was better. I'm not even scared about adversity. I'm just saying it was just a better position for me to go in a lower division, even the Division 1. I'm saying the lower league because SEC is the best league in the nation. Just to be able to be a starter and get enough tape for me to go to the next level, like to go to like the NFL. I felt like first when I talked to Coach Kendall at Toledo, like I feel like it was really like could be a very good fit, and also like I would say it was definitely a little bit stressful at the beginning because I had the opportunity to stay at Ole Miss, and it made me kind of scared because I was like, is it the right decision? Where like I'm leaving like a program where I'm like valued and loved as a player, as a person. So I was kind of anxious a little bit, to be honest with you. But Toledo, they really helped me feel like home. So it was still like very, very grateful like to have been part of Toledo.
I think too that opportunity to go to a new school, a new environment. Again, you've made the move from France to the States to then go to Ole Miss, then go to Toledo. Like you're continuing to just grow as a person in terms of the life experiences. So when you get to the next level, you've been there, you've done that sort of thing already. So
Yeah.
no, it's exciting. I think the prospect of getting a chance in the next level.
Yes, sir.
Something that came up that me and Adam were both pretty impressed was your like track record as a student, mate. Amazing. You're on the dean's list, on the honor roll, and mate, everyone that sort of had something to say about you as a teammate has just absolutely loved you. So how would you say that would translate into the next level in the NFL?
Yeah, I mean, it's dope for real. Like I really love like just being elite on that stuff as well. I'm like me. I'm like for me. I'm elite in everything I do. I'm like for me. I just feel like even when I play video games, I put my pneumatic boots when I play video games, and like that I don't feel sorry. Like I don't feel bad. I play
I
video
don't
games.
feel
I put
guilty.
boots, and I'm just still like in that mentality. Like I gotta, we gotta win. Like I play like Apex Legends mostly. I'm like, we're gonna win, dog. I'm on that crazy like mentality. And I feel like, like it's all you do something is all you do everything for me. So it's like on everything I do, I'm trying to be elite. And also one thing I love, it's one of the things I'm not sure if I invented this, but it's like one thing I always say is like I'm always on like legendary vibes. I'm taking the most on each moment, on each opportunity I have. I'm taking the most of it. Whether I play video games or whether I go as a drive to get a smoothie, I want to make sure I'm always in like legendary vibes and people like feel appreciated and we had like a great moment. I'm very like aware of being somewhere. So I mean, it's like even like right now, I'm aware of being with you. I'm not like thinking about other stuff. I'm very aware of like being in like the now, like the moment, like the present moment. And yeah, I feel like this. I think this trail like really like translates to the league because the NFL like they want like what's best for them, and I do feel like trait like resilience, work ethic, elite routine. I'm self motivation. Like I need no one like to motivate me. If you have someone to needs to motivate you, means he's something wrong with you. So focus and yeah, I feel like it correlates directly with the league.
That's great, mate. And I guess coming up to the pre-draft process in the NFL, what's something you're trying to do to stand out from everyone else and be a bit different?
You talk about in terms of like what make me different from other guys.
It's like, yeah, going into that pre-draft process compared to like a lot of the other guys you'd be competing with might have played 3-4 seasons, whereas yourself, you've come from that completely different international pathway.
Okay, so first of all, I would say that I really like love right now I really love what the league is doing right now because they really like, the NFL International Pathway Programs, they really like create that like a new opportunity like for players like me. And for me, this program is very like it's a legendary program because they it really align with like the abroad visions they have right now, you know, with all these games right now playing Europe or South America and around the world. And I feel like first I feel like more value because my story is different from American athletes. And I feel like being an IPP athlete, but having the experience of like an elite running back from the ACC, like as I mentioned again, one of the best, actually the best league in the nation, and the MAC, which is like a very solid league, it really like put me in a position to be ready for the NFL. And I would say that I would say like for me, like talking about my experience, you know, this season is definitely like different because I didn't have like the on-field exposure I wanted to get to go to the NFL. I had this injury last year, but it was last year, and after I came back little like late, you know. I mean, I came back only in 6 months, but I'm saying like because I got injured like a week before game one. But I would say like missing like spring camp really put me a little bit behind on the depth chart, and I'm kind of like I know I didn't get the production I worked so hard for, but I'm so glad I gave everything for like Toledo, and also like Ole Miss. I left nothing on the plate. I will like firstly like I'm always like I think like the 24 and 25 staff from Toledo, the 23, 24 staff from Ole Miss, and my teammates witness how elite I was on the field, and I always wanted the best for both of these organizations. Just already blessed because you mentioned about like okay what's gonna differentiate me like for the next level right now. I would say like right now being able to do like the dream bowl, you know, I was at the dream bowl, I got this opportunity, I was with the Crusaders. It really like first helped me to have some exposure, and I have also like another bowl at the end of the month called the Unity Bowl, where there's a lot of scouts coming as well as at this bowl. Plus, like some of them I'm still waiting to get answer from, like from other bowls. Maybe I get invited because there's maybe some spot like for me. And I feel like it's I'm in at least a good position to be able to maybe if I do like me doing like a legendary like pro day at Toledo and maybe Ole Miss, if I'm still waiting to see if I will do my pro day at Ole Miss as well. Get signed, maybe I'll get signed or maybe like get like NFL camp invites. That's all I wish for, you know. I know like my story is different and I know I didn't run like 1,000 yards this season. So I gotta work with what I got, you know, with what you know, so I cannot like create or be someone else to be able to make it. I have to be all as 100% like me and see if it's gonna work out, you know.
Perfect. And as you touched on with the NFL International Player Pathway Program, like it's created opportunities for people and players like yourself. Like for us Aussies, we had Jordan Mailata come from rugby,
Yeah.
and I know he's a left tackle and you're a running back, but Jordan Mailata never played football. Like as you've mentioned, you've been through an elite program like Ole Miss, so that's clearly put you in a position going forward to really help take you to the next level. What sort of key traits and weapons would you say that you want to showcase in these next bowl games in the pre-draft process you've really worked on and that you have that people mightn't have seen, but whether it was from rugby, whether it was from Ole Miss, whether it was for Toledo, where your legendary habits, I guess, have helped you?
I would say so. First of all, my story, because my story is like, I mean, I would say like maybe someday like I get a movie on a movie about me. I don't know, but like my story is very like singular. Like it's very like this. I never like see a guy like make it from like friends or like international guys that really had the same story as I experienced, you know, being one of the first, like one of the only, or I'm not sure, the international athlete from like the ACC. Like it was very like, and also especially in the running back position, it was very like my story is very singular. So first, I would say my story, and also I got like some interview at the Dream Bowl. I got interviewed by the Detroit Lions because I did like a very very good workout practice, the camp at the Dream Bowl, like during practices. So I got this interview with the Detroit Lions, and I got also some interview in CFL with Toronto Argonauts and the Paris Musketeers in ELF. And all of them, the first thing they ask me is, "What's your story? Like, tell me a little bit about your journey. Why? I mean, they obviously know where I'm come from, right? Because my accent is so strong, bro. Even you have the Australian accent is kind of like thick too. Like, I know you from
relate.
Australia. Accent is very different than like other English accent, like from UK or like from the US. So, um, definitely my story. And also, yeah, I would say that um, I would say like I went too far on this journey to stop now. So I'm just like, for me, I'm very I'm not here to please scouts. I'm just here to be me. And I'm always like on the legendary mode, eager to win, eager to get better every day, and we'll see what happens.
Perfect. And just touching on a few of the legendary teammates and people that you've been around, you've mentioned Lane Kiffin, Jackson Dart being one of your boys, Quinshawn Judkins, Trey Harris. There's a number of them that you've played with that are now in the league. Has there been any guidance they've given to you about how to attack this process?
Yeah, I would say so. I got like legendary relationship with all those guys, Quinshawn, Jackson Dart, like you name it. I feel like, I mean, in terms of advices, I feel like they didn't have they didn't have to give me any advices, because Ole Miss, Toledo as well, but Ole Miss specifically like wire you into like way for like work ethic. Like it's like it's basic. It's like work your ass off, take care of your body, be prepared, and have fun. And we all got Ole Miss, we all got wire like that. So it means like if you and actually, it's one thing that makes the team less so legendary. I think we had like last 2 years ago, we had like 11-1 season. It was like just crazy. But like Ole Miss, it was in this standard. Like this standard was the standard, and you have to buy to the standard. And if you like, and if you don't buy to standard, you just gotta go. You gotta go. So it's very straightforward, and everybody buy into it. And I don't even like feel my teammates needed to remind me some stuff, because I was already. Because if I didn't have like that stuff, I would not be here. I would not be there. It's a thing that you gotta have to be able to be part of this team. And after I went to Toledo, and Toledo, they have like a different type of standard, but still like very high standards. Focus on like be prepared, be elites. And I feel like both of this program like made me like a strong like players that can really buy to any standards in the NFL.
It's crazy, mate. I know just from like everyone that me and Adam have spoken to, it blows my mind how different each college program is. Like they're all equally as elite. The training, the regimes, like state of the art. But then there's like the intricate sort of like differences like can be quite diverse across there. From like your whole journey, mate, coming from France to all the schools you've been at in the States, do you have any like cool stories, or do you have any like funny stories that have happened that you'd like to share?
So first of all, like just to come back a little bit from what you just said, which is very nice, very good about talking about like the different like of standards. I would say like first of all, like standards are brought by people, by coaches, by staff, and after the team buy it. But I'm saying what is interesting, what you say is like those standards were not. I mean, it's everybody has different standards, but like the standards of Lane Kiffin or Coach Kendall, they have different standards, but it's those guys that they brought the standards. You know what I mean? It's not like only the standard of the school, of the team, of the football team. It's the standard of the head coach. And the head coach brings the standards to the entire like staff. Then the coach, the position coach and stuff like that, they put that standard to the players. So it's very interesting. Or each coach, they have like different standards and different ways to operate and play ball, and run the team. For what you just said about like memorable moments, I would say like, so me on the journey, I mean, it's hard to just pick one. I'm just saying me, I'm always like just funny vibes everywhere I go. Funny vibes. Try to just like always like good vibe. I really got no issue with no teammate or staff. I just love to be here. I just love to be here. Like I value like the experience like as a crazy good opportunity. I cannot name one. I feel like I just like I'm not saying I'm as a kid like just dreaming and stuff. I'm saying I'm just happy to be here. Happy to be here. I value like everybody, everyone from the organization, whatever it's on and off the field. I just feel like I just love to be here. And to be honest with you, like me, I have really nothing to lose. I came from a different country with a different path. I'm just here to win for me. Not for me, but I'm saying win for like I'm just here to win for the team and and just like see whatever I can do to help the team. It's just like for me, it's just the best. I'm not even here for the fame or the bread. I'm just here for the passion of the game and just a journey of me going to a different country and play ball at the highest level. And already being part of one of the best team in the nation, Ole Miss, like you just see like with the playoff and now also Toledo, like we had a pretty good season, and I just feel like it just what makes this story like just so good.
That's awesome. And like you're just leading by example
Yeah.
to all the other international sports players that have the same aspirations as you to play in the NFL, leading by example for them. If you had any advice for them, what would you give them? Either a young guy from France that wants to play in the NFL or just international in general.
Okay, so I'm gonna be a little like not weird or strict, but or firm. But the thing is, I love what the NFL is doing right now with the IPP. But it's not as easy as people think. Just to come and do like 3 months with the IPP program and think you can just play ball in NFL. It's not easy, bro. Like me, I'm telling you, bro. I'm in this industry right now. In this game since almost like 5 years and a half, learning like with so much pressure, like learning every day, being pressure on every rep, from Ole Miss, from Toledo, whatever. Even when I work, the thing is, because I work with elites, private coaches, I'm even pressure when I'm in off season. So it's it's as hard as it could be because I work with the best. I mean, I'm in D1 FBS, so it's not easy. And all the scheme you have to learn, the plays, the knowledge, the language, the verbiage, it doesn't come like that. You cannot get that in 3 months. To be quite honest with you, I know like that guy like from Wales, the rugby player from Wales. So we have other guys that are trying to go to the league and already got some some opportunity. Uh, I'm blessed for them, but I'm saying it's not easy to just step into this game and go to the NFL. You have to pass by all this like sweat and knowledge and pressure to be able to be at least on level to be able to play. So one thing I would like to say to them is it's gonna be very hard. It's gonna be very hard. And if you, because me, I'm planned to be signing an NFL team as with an agent, so I will still get all the benefits of being an international player, having like an agent and get signed into the NFL. But there is also a thing called the IPP program, where it's a 3 month program, like a practice in Florida, where like international athletes recruited from all over the world join to be able to train and be ready to be after get opportunity to for the NFL. And I would say that this it probably like the best opportunity for them to do, because me, I don't. It's not. I'm not saying I don't need the IPP program to make the league. It's just like me. I already have my tape from Ole Miss, very strong tape from Ole Miss. Uh, um, the season I was there, the season 2020 23, I had an issue with eligibility, school requirements, but I have a very strong tape from Ole Miss, whether it's running back or special team, and Toledo running back and special team, that I have to prove that I have the level to play. But if you don't have that and you're an international player, I would recommend you to go to this IPP program, because those guys, they really gonna help you as much as they can in a 3-month period to be in a position where you can get an opportunity. But I don't want you to believe that in 3 months you can just like be like a football player in the best league in the world, the NFL. So you have to work very hard, but you have to be also realistic in your mind, saying that I might get opportunity. I'm gonna learn the most as I can, but it's not gonna be easy. Like if you make it to get invited, you have to work your ass off every second you over there, because being over there is a blessing. Being in the NFL is a blessing. So every second matter. 24 hours of your day needs to be focused on football to be able to have a slightly chance to get to pass like the camps and stuff like that to be able to play. So I just want like just kind of saying that it's not easy. It's not easy. But as myself, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Make sure if you wanna make this dream happen to you, like make sure you invest. Like me, it's kind of hard because I really invest everything I have. Everything I have, everything I had, I invested to the game.
If you think you're just going to go over and do the 3-month period and think, oh yeah, I'm going to be playing for the Cleveland Browns or the Detroit Lions in 3 months, you're just kidding yourself, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, when I see that online, I'm just so blessed for those guys to have a chance to be able to make it. But yeah, you have to. I mean, me, I just feel about one thing. I'm like that. I'm like, if you all in, whatever happen, you can do it. Whatever you dream of, you can do it. Even if you have 3 months, if you all in for 3 months, maybe you can do it. So, I mean, those guys are none to lose like me. They're none to lose. If they don't make it, they come back to their home countries and play rugby or play soccer, and that's it. But at least if you want to do that, you have to be all in. That's all I wanted to kind of say to those guys.
It's a good life lesson too. It doesn't matter if you want to play football or if you want to be the best builder or you want to be the best electrician or sales rep, whatever you want to be. If you go all in at what you do, then that's your best chance to succeed for sure.
Yeah. My grandpa was used to say, the no is always in your pocket. So I mean, it's like, you can always ask. You can always like get the opportunity, always ask. I feel like one thing I'm very like, like I'm elite onto is being proactive. You have to be proactive, bro. You have to talk with people. My agent right now, I be calling him like every 3-4 days. But when I call him, I give him like some task about talking with people, seeing if I can. I have a new I have a new ball game right now, the Unity Ball. I'm trying to see like if I can have some interviews coming and stuff like that, and try to be able open to the opportunity. Whatever for me is the NFL, the UFL, the CFL, the ELF. I'm open. Me, I just want to play ball. Whatever location, I'm just gonna play ball. If I can make it to the NFL, and I believe so, I can make it. It's a blessing. I can make it. I can still go to UFL, CFL, ELF, still play ball crazy. Imagine if I go to ELF, if I don't have anything, or if I go to CFL, I can still ball for 2 years there. Maybe the IPP is not gonna go away right now. It's not gonna go away like that. So I can still make it to the NFL in 2 years. I can still go to the ELF, play for 2-3 years, or maybe 1 year, and maybe go to the NFL. So I'm not even close on, or if I don't make it now, it's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? I have some of my friends right now. They have like some of my teammates when I was at Ole Miss or Toledo. They have the wrong perspective of thinking like, okay, I'm just gonna apply for the NFL draft, and if it doesn't work out, football is over. Like me, whatever happened right now at this present moment, I know I'm gonna play football next year in a team. I'm gonna play football next year. Whatever happens the next few months, I'm gonna play football. Whatever is gonna happen. So I'm just like, I just wanna play ball, bro. That's it. It's all I want, bro. So there's nobody can do thing about it, bro. Nobody can do thing about it. You can bring in whatever you want. Nobody gonna do thing about it. I'm gonna play ball next year, and I'm gonna do my best, my very, very best, to be elite as this next ball I have, the Unity Ball. So as I mentioned, Same when I came to those camp. I am myself. My ass is here in front of you ass. I'm coming with what I have, and I do whatever I can to make it. If you elite on everything you do and you persistent on trying to make the NFL, there is a chance. There is a chance, bro. And I talk with the scouts from the Lions, Metro Lions, and I told him like, hey, that's all I have, bro. I know I have I have school, I have crazy grade, 4.0, whatever you like, whatever stuff. I got a good crib here, like I'm renting right now in Atlanta. Everything's smooth. But when you think about it, like it's all I kind of work for, like during the last 5 years, is football. So it's kind of all I have right now. So nobody can take it from me. Nobody can take off my technique, my level, my routine. Nobody can take it off from me. It's built into me now. It's all the coaches I train. I play for, like Coach Kiffin, Coach Miss, Coach Davis, Coach Kendall, Coach Cole, all those guys, Coach B, Coach Savage, all those guys, they put identity into me that cannot leave it cannot leave anymore. Yeah, it's part of my body, it's part of me. So I come with what I have, and maybe it's gonna work. You know what I mean? Maybe it's gonna work to make the NFL. And I believe so. I believe everything I did since day one, since I stepped to the US, everything I did everything I could possibly do with the money I have, with the time I have, with the knowledge I have to be able to make it to the NFL.
Mate, it's incredible. There's your story, your passion is so jumps out of the screen, and just your willingness to work your ass off to make sure that it does happen. And I have no doubt that you're doing everything you can to make it happen. So I wish you nothing but the best. We're going to head on to some rapid fire now.
Yeah.
So just some quick sort of couple of word answers, but we'll start off with what's the French food you miss the most about living in the States?
I would say beef bourguignon. It's like a dish with like beef. It's like kind of like I can say like pot, you know, like it's like a beef stew, but like French way, with like some potatoes and carrots and mushrooms, stuff like that, and with some, I think it's like a wine sauce type of thing. But yeah, it's just so delicious, bro. Like, it's very hard to find here. Yeah, I love it. It's one of my best dish.
It sounds like it'd be a beautiful winter dish to warm you up from the. What's the best American food that you don't have in France?
I mean, we have type of crawfish, you know, like those type of shrimp in France, but those specific like small crawfish, that you know, the one I got in Mississippi was I think one of the best like crawfish area in the world. Um, you know, like they put that in a bag, you know, this type of bag, like 1 pound, 2 pounds bag crawfish, and you just eat it like that.
Perfect. What's the biggest crowd you've ever played in front of?
I would say like when we play at the Peach Bowl at the Falcons stadium, like the Mercedes-Benz stadium. Man, that thing was crowded. Like it was really like fully crowded.
What is it like walking out to power when at Ole Miss, where it's just like
You see what? What you got? Sorry, I missed
do you know when do you know when you
bro? So.
do you know when your entry music when you walk out at Ole Miss is the Kanye West song Power?
Oh yeah. Oh, so, although I feel like when you walk into the stadium like that,
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
walk to the stadium and you walk like into with man, it's crazy, bro. They put like a kind of like a dark side, you know, like full dark. You go in and then like you have the all like you know, it's like it's almost like you know, when it's the new year, you know, like the
Fireworks.
and yeah, just feel like unreal, bro. Like when we play, I remember when we got like Texas NHM at home, it was like a crazy like crowd, and I'm just so blessed about like the fans from Ole Miss and Toledo. Like they just like help us so much just to be like in the position we went to, like the position we were in for both those schools. I really like got some of the best fun like I could ever dream of.
Perfect. And who's your number one locker room guy? Your ride or die at Toledo or Ole Miss?
Man, I would say Cadman Priscom. No, I think he played for the Browns, Cleveland Browns, tight end. He was one of the guy I hang out the most with. You know, when I was at Ole Miss, I was like almost like in the facility, you know, when I didn't like any class or anything, like in the facility all day, like, you know, spending like 2-3 hours on tape. Then after, like, take a snack, go to cold tub, hot tub, doing some recovery. And then after hang out with like, we hang out to, you know, we had this group together, like Caden, Jackson Dart, like Jordan Watkins. We all like hang out together. We had this little group, and it was just fun. You know, we vibe together, like at the facility, just talk. Then we do a little bit of walkthrough, some catch and stuff like that. Then we go back to tape, and after we just come back home, and it just, yeah, I think even over there, I was I was very yeah, it was just a great vibe, bro. Like it's Cannon was one of them. Like we just so much, like, you know, of you know, when the day was, you know, we were tired and stuff like that, and we had all this laugh, and it was just cool vibe. I remember, like, I just, even Quinshon, bro. I remember, like, he used to call me like around like 9 p.m. or like 7 p.m. He called me and say, Lou, let's go watch some tape. I said, okay, let's go. You know me, I'm very intentional. You know, you call me, I'm like, okay, let's go. So unless it's too late, if it's too late, I gotta sleep and stuff. But I'm saying 10 p.m. you call me, boom. So we get some to go food, go to the facility, watch tape for like 20 minutes, and then we come back to a crib and just everybody like sleep. So it's yeah, it's pretty. It was just pretty good vibe. Even at Toledo, I had some great vibes too.
That's great, mate. Well, mate, we'll wrap it up for us today. We honestly can't thank you enough for jumping on. Myself, Adam, and the rest of the Outback to Endzone community, we're going to be getting right around you, mate, as you go through this pre-draft process, mate, and fingers crossed, hope, mate, would love to see a team take a chance on you.
Bro, hey, I appreciate you so much, bro. Like, it's been like a crazy good collaboration with you guys. Coming from Australia for me, coming from Australia from you guys, it's just crazy. Like, or to be like, we connect together. Like, me coming from France, being in the US, you in Australia, talking about like American football. It's just so great, bro. It's just we all like link for the passion of the game, bro. And it's funny, mate. Just before we wrap up, like, give me one word that you say, like a expression from Australia that you cannot find other than, you know.
G'day, mate.
G'day, mate. Okay.
G'day,
Okay.
mate's like a hello. No, thanks for coming on, mate. And yeah, we'll look forward to getting this out to the people and sharing your story.